Hi, Paul.
Hi.
It's on videotape.
Right. Okay.
So we're going to talk a little bit about your live coaching you did the last few weeks. You did one the first time when we were on break, and then I came back in last week and did another one to see how the kids were doing after a couple weeks.
Yeah. And
then we caught you generalizing information by chance. That worked beautifully. So that's kind of, what I wanted to kind of go over. And, I wanted to kind of start with our strategy skill set that we developed, and just tell you that I went through when we watched the videotape before, and you did everything. You showed the thermometer. You had the picture, and I know we talked about how you brought in one from home during the week when I wasn't there.
We talked about it a little bit to kind of pre-teach that vocabulary, just because you know.
But even the first time, they kind of like, oh, you get it if you're sick. They kind of understood it.
They
did.
They
which we
really
talked
did.
about that as modification, perhaps, but they kind of got it. Even,
they really did.
I was fascinated. And
I know.
You did a great job of describing the thermometer. You showed the large pictures of the relaxed and the tense. You demonstrated the relaxed and tense. You had the kids demonstrate the relaxed and tense.
Right.
Everything, each child, they practiced as you went and had them point to it, and then by the time I came back in and did it, they were like bing, bing, bing. And
I really feel like they understood too, like when most of them said relaxed, but when Anelia pointed to tense, and I wondered if she was confused because English is a second language for her, and then she told me no and kept pointing to the tense.
I know.
She really got it.
I don't know if I got that in videotape, but we were there, and I thought that because I'm doing little videotapes.
Yeah.
But it was really because she was tense, and she was having a bad day.
She had been having a really rough day, and it was just interesting.
It was fascinating.
That I was like trying to re-explain it to her, and she kept telling me no and pointing to the tense, and I was like, oh, you
are
feeling tense today.
And I was like, they get it.
Yeah, she really understood it. It really, really surprised me. I thought she did a great job.
And I think you did a great job of really explaining relaxed and tense Molly. I think there's a very higher level emotions to explain to children who are 3, and I think they got it. I also thought when we generalized it, I came over and started videotaping. You're like, I'm videotaping you now.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you doing? But you were able to keep bringing it. We're gonna wait till he's relaxed. Like, you really use that terminology, and it was wonderful. You really did. You really met all parts of the goal. Like I said, again, your goal was to reinforce 90% of the afternoon classroom students by telling them how are they feeling, to relax, and you're always a positive with children. So that was great. But I was really impressed with this. I know I happened to see Jen Bradley out in the hallway, and she's talking. I think one of the kids was having a behavioral issue. So I really think it'd be great for you to go over this with her peer to peer.
Yeah.
And I think maybe her class can benefit from this too.
Sure.
I think all levels of kids can benefit from this.
Absolutely.
Whatever age they really are. So I think that's great. So the feedback is today, and then we'll do the 422 because we did this originally in March, and then we'll go into the peer-to-peer on Wednesday.
Sure.
I'd love for you to start thinking about our last coaching circuit is coming up. And think about more at the higher level of the pyramid. We're kind of on the top now where we're a little bit more specific, but more something you really want to address. Something more maybe with one student or one behavioral issue. Personally, I think your afternoon class is wonderful, and they fall in line. I know you've had some kids come and go.
Yeah.
Think about what you'd like to do. Maybe we can talk about that more next week.
Sure.
And kind of move on. I'd like to come in next week as well. I can't come Monday. I'm going to be in, but on Wednesday. That's
okay. Sure.
Okay, great.